Hey everyone, welcome to the 19th episode now of the Creators Corner, where we hang out and just have really candid conversations with amazing creators out there. And my name is Rob Balasabas. I'm the brand evangelist here at TubeBuddy. This is a live show, but I want to say hello to all the people that are joining us on the replay. Feel free to still ask your questions in the comments. We're going to make sure that we answer them. We monitor all of the comments, so make sure that you drop your hello and your questions in there. So yeah, really excited. Got some really amazing guests today. Most of us have made the decision to stay at home, or we've been strongly asked to stay at home. So there's certainly more time being spent online, consuming videos on YouTube, on Facebook, and other social channels. A lot of those videos that you're watching are live streams. Just like this one. So that's what we're going to be talking about today with our expert guests. I'm going to bring them on now. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, fantastic.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. Really excited to have you both on. We've got Luria Petrucci here and also David Foster of Livestreaming Pros. So if you guys know these two amazing creators and experts, let us know in the comments, say hello, and I'll let you both introduce yourselves and what you do and where you guys are at.
Sure. So David and I, we've been doing video and live video for 14 years and for our own communities separately. And then we got together and we started teaching video or live video. And really, it's just an incredible way to connect with, people all around the world. And so we've worked with everybody. So from Panasonic to GoDaddy to Samsung to now like Amy Porterfield and Michael Hyatt, if you know those names. But also David has worked very closely with Sean Cannell and Benji Travis and helped them with their live streams and stuff. So we just love helping, and we love to see people's quality go from, starter to pro, and because it can really make a big difference in terms of your instant credibility and the growth of your channel. So it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, really excited to have you both here. Live streaming is something that I enjoy. I think it's it's been a really awesome tool for me to grow with partners and collaborate. And so really excited for you guys to talk about this specific topic during this crisis, this time that we're all going through in this moment in history. So maybe let's just start off, let's jump right into it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on why you think now when we're all going through this, why is now a really good time to be using live video as part of your business?
David, you want to take that?
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so
I will talk, I promise.
I want to swap back and forth. So really, now is such a good time because people need connection, not perfection right now. We're talking about professional live streams and all of that, but at the same time, right here and now, the hunger that exists in people's lives are for connection. Everybody's quarantined. They're trying to stay away from people. They're now working in different scenarios at home where they were around people all day, every day before. And just as a time of crisis, in a time of crisis, as human beings, we tend to band together, come together and really support each other and help each other out. And live video, outside of physical in-person connections, live video is the best, most effective way to connect with people. I feel like the people that are in our community when we go live are family and friends, we're connected to them. We know them. And, David is a total joker, right? And so he's always joking around with our community, and it literally makes me feel like I never have to leave home, right? So it's perfect for this kind of time that we're living in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think there's all these variations of live video. There's a lot of people doing Zoom, virtual, happy hours and all these things that they're doing. So yeah, definitely a good point there. David, did you want to add something there? Why now is a really good time for live streaming?
Well, I mean, there's so many people right now at home, and even if it's and we're talking about live streaming as it pertains to business, but even just for personal connection to you can go live on Facebook with just 2 people and just like basically FaceTime people and just like connect with your community. Whether you had a community that was all like even your workmates, you could start a stream and hang out with people that you hung out with work. If you would want to do that. Some people I know you probably wouldn't want to invite, but you know, whatever. But like, yeah, I mean, we're seeing so many people live stream in so many creative ways right now. It's amazing, but it's also causing some issues that I think we're going to get into.
Yeah. We're definitely going to get into those. Awesome. Yeah, no, I just want to say hello to everybody. I mean, we've got Dole Whip Deb, we got Mike Shore, we've got Deb Cole here, Floyd Fernandez, Kathleen, Graham Hay, Rob Galvin. Hey, Rob, good to have you here. Mike Shore, Daniel. Yeah, so just a lot of Lee. Yeah, just awesome people here. So guys, this is a conversation. So I know that we're on the screen, but please ask your questions. If you guys are looking to figure out how to live stream, you know, how to get started, how to, you know, talk about gear and, you know, software, all those things. These are the 2 that you need to really ask. I consume a lot of their content on YouTube and learn a ton from them. So I hope that you guys do as well. So let's jump into really some of the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Can we touch base on one more reason why now is the perfect time? I wanted to mention this. Like, right now is the perfect time to, if you've ever, I've had so many conversations this last couple of weeks with people who they were fired from their job, right? Or a different scenario, they're at home with just more time. And they have always had this in the back of their brain, a desire or a little itch to share their passion or to, you know, share a knowledge of, you know, their knowledge or a skill that they have, things like that. Now is the perfect time to actually start creating that content, because it's a lot easier to actually build an audience right now, because the number of people watching content, like our channel has more than tripled, I think almost quadrupled day over day growth since this started. And, you know, it's just people, and we're hearing that all over the place. People are just consuming so much more content that if you, like David's hairdresser, actually, Jessica, she can't work right now, right?
It's barber. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't have a hairdresser. I have a barber. Just to be clear.
I apologize for the mistake. But, you know, she can't work right now. And thankfully, she has some savings. But at the same time, I was talking to her yesterday. You have got to create that YouTube channel that you've been thinking about and tinkering at for 2 years. I
told her that 2 years ago, because she travels and stuff. And she got to talk her into getting a GoPro. She's got all the equipment. And so now it's kind of like, people are in freak out mode. It's almost like the buying toilet paper. Instead of buying toilet paper, now they're like, I got to stream. I got to live stream. And now they're trying to figure it out when they, you know, could have been doing it all along, which is fine. But like, well, again, we're going to get into this, but like resources are limited and stuff right now. So it's like, and the internet's getting slammed and.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You know, I mean, there's, I think there was something I just read that YouTube is actually decreasing some of the quality on their live streams because there's so much happening.
Yep, Facebook just announced the same thing. Yeah,
Facebook announced the same thing. So tell us, like, what are your thoughts on that, guys? Because you guys are in this daily. Like, you guys are talking a lot of live streamers. You guys are definitely in the tools, in the platforms. So what's your thoughts on that? Is that something you should be concerned about? Is that just continue as normal, still go live and make those connections?
Yeah, I mean, we argue just go live, and the thing is, like right now we're seeing gear shortages. We're seeing price gouging on Amazon, like $50 webcams selling for $300 and things like that, and it's really out of control. And so we're just trying to teach people, you know, don't worry about the Facebook and YouTube; they're going to be fine. If they lower the quality or whatever, that really doesn't matter. But pick this thing up. Oh wait, not that one. Pick this thing up.
How many phones do you have, David?
Yeah. Well, I'm testing that one. Pick this thing up and just go live with it. Don't worry about getting professional. Don't worry about the gear. And this is something that I've been saying is people are looking for connection, not perfection. They don't care about the perfection right now. They just want the connection. And the thing is, you can do that very easily. And Luria just released a video on our channel yesterday, I believe. She did it completely from her phone. We didn't do any we intentionally didn't do any graphics on it or anything like that. We just wanted to show you guys, you can record professional YouTube content and go live.
Top one.
go live. Go live professionally from this device. And this is whether you're Android or iPhone or whatever, you have the tools you need right in your pocket. She didn't use an external mic, nothing. She wanted to just be completely raw. And that's what we're encouraging people to do right now, because you can't get gear, is just use what you have. Use your onboard laptop camera. It's a horrible quality, but as long as you've got good audio, you're good.
Yeah. Great tip. Yeah, just use your phone. And I like what you said there, David. Connection, not perfection. I think Deb Cole kind of echoes that as well. Connection, not perfection. So tell us then, like, for people out there that are a little timid, what should they talk about when they go live? Because I see a lot of variations. People have this structured, hey guys, here's my five-step method to do certain things. Or sometimes people are just going live and literally reading a bedtime story, because for kids, for parents at night, So what are some of the, I actually heard somebody reading just poems. They're just reading poems and people are interacting with them, So
right now, that is the key here, right? So there are different scenarios for different purposes. What's the purpose of your stream? Is it to connect and just to create a community and connect with friends and family, or to build a community of passion, like people who are passionate about the same things? You could do that. And in those scenarios where it's just, reading a poem or just talking to people, the more casual, the better, just be real and be raw and human with people. If you're trying to build an audience and you're trying to go live to teach people something or help them learn a new skill or something like that, here's a great little structure that I teach people to use that gives them more confidence, because live is scary. Like you said, it's a little nerve-wracking, right? Gives you a little bit more confidence because you're a little prepared, but it also provides value and connection to your audience. So here's how that goes. First and foremost, you say, this is the tease, this is what you're talking about today. I'm going to show you a 3 quick action plan for getting started with live streaming. That was what I said in that video that David was talking about, right? And then you introduce yourself, and then you give value, and then you break for engagement, and then you give another piece of value, and then you break for engagement. So imagine if you have a 3 talking points session, then you can kind of have value point 1, break for engagement, value point 2, break for engagement. What this does is, like I said, it gives you more confidence in doing it, but it also avoids the mistake that a lot of people make, which is hey, I'm going to teach you the secret to living life till you're 200 years old. Oh, hey, Mary, how are you? Okay, so the secret is, Gary, I'm so glad that you showed up. How are you, right? So when you're trying to build an audience and grow a channel, it's important to kind of structure it a little bit. But at the same time, like I said, there are different scenarios, different purposes for live streams. And if it's purely connection based, then you can do that because it's a conversation at that point, right?
And one thing to add to that, do not, no matter what, never, and I say never, come on a stream and ask people, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Trust me, if they can't hear you, they will let you know. But I see so many streams start off like that. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to go live really quick and just see, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm so guilty of that.
It's so natural for people to do that even our, I'm not going to name names, but some of our clients that we work with, that their names, even though we've taught them not to do that, they still do it sometimes just because it is natural for people. So it's just, don't beat yourself up if you do it, but it is it's kind of silly, because if they can't hear you, they can't hear you asking if they can't hear you.
And they will tell you. They will tell you in the chat, hey, we can't hear you. I always tell my clients, just you hit live and you go as if there is you're live and everything is fine, because your chat will tell you if anything is wrong. They'll tell you if there's lip sync. They will tell you if they can't hear you. They will tell you if you're out of focus. They will tell you everything that is wrong with your stream the second you get going. So just watch them and go.
It's your self-conscious. It's right there. Right? It's just they're live, This is awesome. Chris says he's guilty of this. says, do more mistakes. This is great.
Ah.
Quick question here, actually, from Graham, really quick, guys. What do you do if you find that you're streaming to nobody? Like, maybe you're just starting, right? And maybe,
Yes.
Algorithms and all that stuff is not picking you up yet. Like, what do you do?
So
this is one of my, okay.
You go ahead.
Okay.
You go first. You go first.
Okay. So I have the perfect story because this is one of my favorite stories to tell. It's all about the replay. If you have 0 viewers, you really need to focus on just going. Now, if you're trying to do like read your poems to somebody and just like talk to people, then you kind of need people to show up, but that's more of a family and friends type of thing, probably. In the scenario that I gave earlier, Andy Smiles is one of our students, and she is a bookkeeper, and she went live for the first time. She set herself up. She looked good. She had her bullet points prepared. She knew the value that she was there to share. And she literally covered up the view count with a Post-it so that she couldn't be worried about it. And she just showed up in her own way, like there were 100 people showing or being there watching her live. She didn't care that there were 0 people. She didn't look at it. She didn't think about it. She just knew, this is the value I'm going to provide. This is what somebody on the replay is going to get from me. And I'm just gonna deliver and deliver big. And the next day, somebody watched the replay. She signed a $3,000 contract for her services right then and there. And then because they said, like, I loved your energy. Like, you showed up, like that was cool. And then also that contract turned into a bigger contract with that person, turned into word of mouth, which turned into more contracts in business for her, right? I mean, it's like, this stuff is powerful if you just stop being vain, little tough love, and stop worrying about who's watching and just start giving to people.
Well, and what you want to do also is think about doing more content with intention, because so if you have 0 viewers and you know that like you are just getting started, you don't want to start an open Q&A show. No, because you're going to be sitting there like waiting for somebody to ask a question. Nobody's going to ask it, and it's going to be the most awkward show ever. But so what you want to do in this when you're just getting started is have a topic that you know very well, and go live and just talk about that content or that topic. And if somebody happens to come in then and say something, then you can engage. But like I see so many people, well, I want to do a talk show and I want it to be very engaging and I want to take questions from my viewers. If you have no viewers, that becomes awkward very fast. And if you're doing that live, so I want to go and check the comments and see if we have any questions. And you go, oh, nobody's here, no questions. Okay, well, we'll keep on going. Then for the next viewer, the repeat viewers, the replay viewers, they're going to be like, oh, well, that was awkward, So when you're just getting started, you don't have an audience, do more purposeful content and stay focused on a topic and just deliver, just like you're doing a video. Do that several times as you grow your audience. And then as you have even 3 or 4 people showing up every time, then you can start addressing their questions, and then it just will continue to grow from there. And then you can start putting community engagement into your content.
I love that. I love that. Really good tip. So Graham, hopefully that answers your question there. That's awesome. We got a question here, and I think people are really curious to hear about this. What is the best live streaming platform to use in your opinion? You guys are pros. You guys probably played with all of them. So give us some of the options that you guys would recommend, from beginner to super advanced. Yeah. Teams, social media examiner and those guys.
Yeah. So we like to look at live streaming from the 4 levels of live streaming. This is how we talk about the platforms, the tech, all of the software and the gear. So level 1 is your phone. Literally all you need to get going, and that's the super simple, super easy way to go. Level 2 is browser-based services. You could just go live to facebook.com or just youtube.com. And so you can just go live, and then Be Live or Livestream or StreamYard. StreamYard is actually kind of turning up to be one of our favorites. And that's what we're using today, right? And so that's a browser-based platform. It allows you to take action quickly, and it's not the best quality that you can get when you step up to level 3, which is adding software to your computer. And I'll let David talk about the software, but I'll just talk about level 4 real quick. And then level 4 is adding even more fancy stuff to go like super push button simple, full on broadcast quality, TV show quality production that you can do all the things. You can look better than TV, and it's at your button. It's at your fingertips. That's what I was trying to say. Push button simple. So David, why don't you talk about the software?
Well, first I want to say I think Lee's asking what platform to stream on, like Facebook or whatever.
Oh,
so,
I think that might be it. But yes,
yeah.
But
I'm sorry.
I mean, this is still a really good.
So
information.
as far as like the tech and stuff like that, like that's why we kind of want you guys to walk yourself up through the rank, through the levels. Like start at level 1, and because level 1's about all you're gonna be able to do right now, because you can't find gear and all that other stuff, and then graduate through the levels as your show, or as you realize that this is what you actually want to do. But when you're looking for an actual platform to stream on, what you want to do is you want to look if you already have some sort of audience established. I just had a chat with a consult yesterday where the guy's like, I don't know if I should be streaming on YouTube or Facebook. And he's like, I got like 4,000 likes on a page over on Facebook. I don't really do much on YouTube. I was like, I think you just answered your question. If you have an audience already established on Facebook, even a small one, start there. Start where your people are. If you're starting from absolute scratch, you want to look at what type of content are you creating. If you're doing like DIY content, you might look at Twitch or Mixer. If you're doing, or even YouTube, or how-to stuff would be probably YouTube. So you just have to kind of look at your content and and go to those places and do a search on what it is you're getting ready to do content of. Go to Facebook, see what's there, see how much of an audience is established in that category already. Go to Twitch, do a search, see what's there. Go to Mixer, do a search, see what's there, and just see what people are doing in your niche and see if there's an opening for you to go in there and get some of their audience. Because if those people are watching them, they're going to want to watch similar content. And probably, if there's not a lot there, that's a good thing. So you kind of got to do a little bit of research. There's no magic platform that's just going to be, hey, if I stream here, I'm going to explode. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Really good tip. And I'm sharing, I know that, gear is back ordered right now. If you guys want to share something on that, kind of what you're experiencing, because it's going to be, prices are through the roof right now. There's a lot of things happening there, but I thought I'd just share this. If you guys want to just have a quick look at kind of the gear that Luria and David do recommend, kind of like all through like audio, video gear. So I'll put the links, I'll put the link in the comment there if you guys want to check that out. Before we dive into a few more questions, can you guys tell me, you guys have something that's going to be starting a really awesome like launch where you guys are doing like pay what you can and stuff like that. I'm going to put it on the screen, but if you guys just want to mention what this is going to be and
Sure.
Maybe a bit of an invite to everybody out there.
Sure. So it's actually started. It's available now, but this is a workshop that we put together to help you get started really quickly. That in the here and now, we're adding training to it based on what we see people's overwhelm and issues being right now in the crisis. But also, it gets you started really quickly. But it also helps you understand how to put together that professional video and live video that is push button simple, right? So you can get started really quickly with a super simple setup, and then add that stuff over time and really engage. What I love about the setups that we teach is that you really add a ton of engagement to your audience, because you can have like fun pop-ups when different things occur, and that you can put your viewers' comments up on screen like you've seen today. You can add just a whole lot of visual elements that really engage the audience and get them to come back over and over and over. And so we help you through that whole process of simple to professional. And then also there's like coaching in there to, like yesterday, oh my God, it was amazing. We had 68, I think, people in our coaching call where we were just supporting them and helping them and helping them to transition and giving a little tough love where they needed it, right? So it comes with 30 days of that. And we lowered our price, and then we went to like a pay what you can model, because that was our way of like saying, I know you need this information and you need the support and the training, but we wanted to give back in every possible way we could. So we went to pay what you can. We lowered it to $97. That's the price point, but you can get it for $20 at a minimum. So.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you guys got to check this out. Sorry, David, go ahead.
Oh, no. I just wanted to say, those of you that are going to the gear link, I just want you to be aware. So all of those links to the gear that we have there are Amazon links, but if you go there, a lot of it's out of stock, and that's going to say buy used, and the used prices are like $200 to $300. Do not buy any of those webcams at those prices. Those are $50 webcams. Some of them are $100 webcams, and people are gouging the prices. So just be aware, because some of you don't know. You'll think, oh wow, this is kind of expensive webcam, but okay, I guess. Don't do that, because they're not worth that. But if you, I mean, they're completely out everywhere. You cannot find them at any store or anything. They don't, I don't know when they're going to be available again. So, you know, I mean, if you want to spend $300 on a webcam because you need something, that I understand. I just wanted to put that out there, because our links don't, like, if you go to that, that's an Amazon link. Ours doesn't really let you see the retail price. Amazon doesn't show that for some reason. So just wanted you guys to know.
Thanks for mentioning that. You know, so I just want to share with you guys, but yes, like David said, don't buy them at the used prices. They're way overpriced right now. Really funny though, really kind of related, like the whole TubeBuddy team, we kind of take breaks and on our Nintendo Switch and play Mario Kart online as a team. And I was trying to find one, and it's like normally like, I don't know, like a couple $100. I could only find them for like at least $600. So things are crazy right now.
It's like everything. It's not just video gear.
Well, I was going through trying to find cables and everything yesterday, and for some reason, like everything I was finding says delivery date April 22nd, and I'm like, holy cow, Amazon is going to be busy on April 22nd because everything was saying that. So I don't know how they're going to restock or what they're going to do, but holy cow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But hey, I just wanted to I want to share some of the comments here. Chris is saying like, great package, worth more than full price. I totally agree. Tish says it's a great workshop, worth every single penny. We've got our friend John here, founding member. Yeah, that's awesome. John. No, this is really good. And Efren as well. The whole program is awesome. And Floyd says, Luria scared me into live streaming that day. Amazing accountability. No, this is good. This is good. Awesome. So that's great. So I'll put the link to that, guys. Go ahead and register and join them. It's great value, and you're going to learn a ton from two amazing experts. I want to talk about, there's a question here that I saw. As far as, Graham, good question. I know you guys are live, but given limited amount of hours in a day, is it better to put efforts towards live shows or pre-recorded content? Before you guys answer, I think there needs to be a bit of a mix between live and pre-recorded. You got to think past this issue that we're experiencing. Even after, like, you still should be doing live. It's a great way to connect, but definitely put some efforts into your pre-recorded as well. But what's your guys' thoughts?
Well, it's a little bit different for us right now. We're going live a lot more than normal just because of everything that's going on. So we've been going live every single day. But generally, we're live once a week, and then we do a recorded video once a week. Because the thing is, the recorded videos are what you're going to focus on keyword research and doing what you have to do to get subscribers. And because you need people to stream to. And live streams it depends on how you position a live stream. You can totally position it to build your audience, but they aren't audience building. So if you're starting a show that's like a variety show, and you're just saying, here's my live show, and you're just going live, it is not going to grow, because you're not putting out anything that people are searching for. The only thing you're going to be able to rely on is people, you know, that you're sending it to, that you might have like friends and family or something like that. That's not a way to grow a show. You have to have some kind of strategy or topic that you're doing content around, that you want to focus your live stream and recorded videos on. So you have to have the two together in order to grow on any platform. There are some people, I know you see some people just start these talk shows and they're instantly successful. That's because they had an established audience before they ever even thought about doing that. So you have to have an established audience to just go out and randomly start a variety show that's just a generic topic all the time.
Yeah, that sounds good. Luria, did you have anything to add there?
I mean, I think he covered it. You know, it's like, we're just, it's a balancing act, right? And also, I will say that in the here and now, and that some of the pre-recorded content we're doing is speaking to the crisis. And we realize, and you know, we've been talking about this on the in our team meetings and everything, but like, we realize that that's not going to be evergreen content once this goes away. But we're also kind of mixing in some evergreen content with that. And so that's kind of how we're approaching the crisis content. So we've got a lot of lives, but we've also got pre-recorded content that will be long-term and short-term beneficial.
I love that. Sounds good. Great answer. Question about promoting your live streams. how far ahead do you promote? I know Facebook, you can only do like up to a week ahead. Are you finding that it's a shorter promo time now? Like, or what's your thoughts on that?
It depends on what the content is. For regular content, and I'm just going to set aside special things, right? So there's some special things that you'll promote for a month ahead of time. But let's talk about like your regular weekly show. You can schedule that, a week in advance, or 10 days in advance. No, sorry, 7 days in advance on Facebook. But it kind of gets lost in the crowd at that point. So I recommend 24 to 48 hours before is your prime kind of scheduling time and promotion time. And I would also caution you, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, you can't rely on their algorithms to share your content. So you need to make sure that you're taking that promotion cycle into your own hands. For instance, Facebook themselves, the scheduled post, if you schedule that and then stream to that, you have two different posts. So there you have the scheduled post and then you have the actual live stream, two different links. So it's really putting a blockade in front of your promotion so that you can't promote that link, because then it's difficult to get over. It's not impossible, but it's difficult to get over. And so we use messenger bots for our audience to make sure that they know when we're live. You could use SMS, you could use email. All the things are in your hands. Just remember to not hope and pray that the platforms are going to take care of you, because they're not. You got to take care of yourself in these situations.
Absolutely. And I'm just rapid firing questions to you guys because I want to make sure I get as many of these in. How long should you be going live? And does that matter on platform versus YouTube versus Facebook? Is there sort of like, I know there's no magic number, but is there sort of like a feel where you're like, maybe I should cut off when it's at the peak? That sort of thing. What's your thoughts?
Like when we were talking about earlier about, having nobody watching or whatever, if you're doing it to build your channel with no viewers, you're just getting started, I'd keep it short and concise. But once you get into community engagement and stuff like that, I mean, our live stream on Friday can go 2-3 hours. Nick Nimmin does a very successful show every Saturday for like hundreds of viewers, and he'll go like 5 hours sometimes. The guy's insane. Yeah. So it totally depends on how you train your audience as you're growing it. You can go live as long as you want to. There's nothing that's going to hurt your channel or anything, especially if you're training your audience that, hey, Fridays, because that's what we do. Friday, we do an open Q&A, we do stream reviews, and there's sometimes we've gone up to 3.5 hours. So, you establish that as you grow. So, Luria, I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
I'll also say that we also do a Wednesday stream that's more topical related, right? And so it's more condensed and focused, and then we chop that off, and so that it becomes a really good replay. So again, like what he said, like you're training your audience to expect certain things in the nicest way possible, to use that word train, but also peak viewership usually comes, or on average comes at 18 minutes. The platforms like you to keep them on longer. The more your viewers are on their platform, the more engagement they're going to give you, or the more benefit they're going to give you. So those are some other things to keep in mind.
Rob, do you guys have Epidemic Sound on your channel? Are you good with Epidemic Sound?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to show, so a lot of, like, we do a countdown timer at the beginning of every show, and the reason we do that is it takes approximately 18 minutes for your peak viewers to show up. So we run...
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
A countdown timer. And that's going to like count down, and that allows people to come in and get into the show so that you can reach peak viewership. And that really helps. So you kind of got to think about things like that too. So then what we do is in our replays, if we're doing a topical thing, we'll go in and we'll cut that off, because you can trim it off on YouTube. You can trim it off on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, really good tip. Countdown timer. There's a question here, and I have short-term memory here. I'm trying. I don't think you did it. Maybe we skipped this. Desktop software to live stream. David,
we did talk about that.
We didn't
really get into it.
Not too much, but you have some tips on that?
Yeah. So if you're on a Mac, you're going to use Ecamm Live. If you're on a PC, you're going to use vMix. That's what we recommend. but there are other options. So for PC, there's also OBS. For those of you that are on a budget, it's free. However, if you're going to want to do interviews and stuff like that, that's a bit of a challenge. So if that's something you want to do, I would also look at StreamYard is great for that, actually, if you're just getting started. But for desktop, on a PC, vMix, on a Mac, Ecamm Live.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. So there you go, Graham. Hopefully that helps. Got a question here from Deb, and she's wondering, what's the best strategy to get people over from Facebook or other social channels to your YouTube channel when all your friends are still hanging on Facebook? Any thoughts on that?
I would say there are a couple of things here. One, let people consume your content where they want to consume it if you're going to be available on both platforms. You can simulcast and be available on both. However, I mean, I have a video on my YouTube channel just about that, because it's a bigger topic, but you don't necessarily need to do that right up front. But that's one option, is that you can actually, you know, be there for people where they want to consume your content. The other thing is, one thing, as an example, so we used to focus on Facebook. About 7 months ago now, we started focusing on YouTube. We had our YouTube channel, but it was just kind of there. And so we're just now starting to be consistent and do the focus thing on YouTube. And we saw a massive shift of viewership from Facebook to YouTube. One, because we were generating new viewers on YouTube. Second, because all of my conversations happened about YouTube. So for instance, any emails I would send out the YouTube watch link as opposed to the Facebook one. I would send out that in the messenger bots that I would send out, right? So I also like just talked about YouTube a lot. Oh, our new YouTube video. Oh, our YouTube channel. Oh, you know, so like I was just infusing that knowledge into their brains at all places that I could.
And you were just focused on getting them over to YouTube. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. That's good. That's a really good tip. Some questions here. See here. Apostle was wondering, how do I find the countdown timer? David, that's on Epidemic Sound, right?
No, so I just used Epidemic Sound music. I just wanted to make sure you guys weren't going to get flagged for me playing the music.
Yeah.
So the countdown timer is in each different software. So Ecamm has a little thing you can add a countdown timer, and then vMix also has one. You actually have to physically build it out, and then we just have a video that loops, that plays. And I saw somebody else mention doing an 18 minutes prior countdown. What we do a 10-minute countdown, and then we start the show after 10 minutes. And then, you know, basically 8 minutes after we get started is when we would have peak viewership and the notifications have gone out. So don't do an 18-minute countdown timer. That's a little bit
too much.
little too much. Okay, sounds good. 10 minutes is good.
Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes is what you
5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. No, that's a really good tip. Awesome. This has been really good, guys. I want to respect everyone's time. So where can people connect with you? I'm going to put up the training again on the screen. And then, tell us again about that in case anybody missed it. And then also, where can people connect with you to continue the conversation with both of you?
First of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody who showed up and asked amazing questions. This is awesome. We love to meet new people and connect with you guys. So thank you for being here. We are on youtube.com/livestreamingpros. Facebook.com/livestreamingpros, livestreamingpros.com. So pretty much, live streaming pros. And the workshop is available now for you to get some additional deep dive training and support if you would like to take us up on that pay what you can model while we're in this crazy time.
Yeah. That's awesome. And just some parting words for people looking to get started. I know this is probably something we talk about a lot, but getting started on, there you go, with the phone.
Pick this up, put the excuses away, pick this thing up, and go live. And I don't want to bring this out. Go live. I'm not going to bring that out, but go live. Pick this up. You all have one, and
what
they all are great.
What didn't you pull out, David? What didn't you do?
I didn't swear.
No, I was trying to get you to do it again. You didn't take me up on it.
Just through the alley-oop, didn't take it. No, that's good. Really good advice. Guys, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Luria, David, phenomenal, as always. Thanks for hanging out with us. I know that we're going to get you guys on our YouTube channel very soon to do an actual extensive training. So stay tuned for that. And everybody, make sure you check out, I'm going to put the links to everything, their YouTube channel, the workshop, the course, everything, all the training. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Go stream.
Go stream.